Well, hello there, everybody. This is today's Big Polly video blog for the 5th of October 2011. They are doing work on the road right to the west of me, right outside. So you're going to hear a little beep, 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 and men talking to each other and digging up gravel and what have you. But, I'm not going to have my schedule of doing these blogs interrupted by them. I'm just going to continue on and speak a little louder. As you may have known by now, on the 5th day of October, the Rays have been eliminated from the playoffs. They lost to the Texas Rangers 3-1. The real shame about that is I really like Nolan Ryan, and here he is owning the team that's knocked out the Tampa Bay Rays 2 years in a row. I worked in radio in 1991, and I worked the night the Minnesota Twins beat then my favorite team, the Atlanta Braves, in the playoffs. And that night, I was all hyped up because it was a great game. I was ashamed to see the Braves lose, but no one expected the Atlanta Braves to be there in 1991. And a guy I worked with by the name of Frank Kinsman set me straight that there are greater things in the world today than just sports. There's a greater world out there, and I really thanked him for that. I thought he was being a jerk at the time, but what he said was very, very true. And over the last couple of days, we have had this incident regarding Hank Williams Jr., the man who sings, "Are you ready for some football?" on Monday Night Football. Well, he's not going to be doing that anymore. He got kicked off of his slot on Monday Night Football because the media implied originally that he compared Obama to Hitler. And I thought at first that was a good idea based on what the media said he had said. But the fact of the matter is, I looked at that 3.5-minute clip, and the media took what he said out of context. What he actually said was that it sickened him to see high-level Republicans and Democrats playing golf with each other, comparing it to Adolf Hitler playing golf to the current Prime Minister of Israel, provided, I guess, Hitler if he were alive, Benjamin Netanyahu, of course, the current Prime Minister of Hitler. The analogy he's making is Adolf Hitler was a man who killed many of the Jewish people, and Netanyahu's the Prime Minister of Israel, and many Israelis are Jewish. What Hank Williams Jr. actually said is he doesn't trust both parties, and I sympathize with that because I kind of see what both sides do. Perhaps that is what he's being punished for. It seems the powers that be, and you could use that term powers that be, and you can imply it any way you wish. Could it be the head of ESPN, or the head of Fox, or television, or government, or whatever you want? Just use that as you want. Use the powers that be phrase, and just apply it as you will. The powers that be want to know what side you're on. And if you're Hank Williams Jr. and you're saying you're on nobody's side, well, that makes you expendable. How quickly we have forgotten the Dixie Chicks. Remember them? They said, mainly Natalie Maines, who was the lead vocalist and still is for the Dixie Chicks, said that they were ashamed to be from the same state as George W. Bush. And, of course, all the fans of country music just went, boo! And they bashed them endlessly for their support of their war effort. And, of course, a few years later, they had that hit single, "I'm Not Ready to Make Nice," and they were back on top. As for Hank, I truly think when he said what he said on Fox and Friends Monday morning, he did not give a shit. He did not give a damn. He made his money. He had a great run of some 20 years doing that silly song, "Are You Ready for Some Football?" on Monday Night Football. He took his stand, and consequences be damned. Good for him, bad for him. Well, we don't know how that story is going to play out yet. Time will tell. So that's how I think. It's just interesting that the Republicans gave the Dixie Chicks such a big backlash, and now the Democrats are going after Hank Williams for basically saying he's on nobody's side, and basically lied about what he said, saying he was comparing Obama to Hitler. Obama's the enemy. Well, the Dixie Chicks said the same thing, basically saying Bush is the enemy. It just goes to show you there is no difference between the two major sides, because if somebody makes a big political stand, they go after him. So this has been today's Big Polly video blog. I am Paul Blum in Pinellas Park, Florida, this 5th day of October 2011. I'll catch you all again real soon. Bye-bye for now.